hurt you. It's a wall made of light, created by the ROU projector system, and you have Sens to thank for it. Sens is the new attacker, arriving with Operation Vector Glare. And they're also bringing a new
Let me pause this a second, sorry. Hey up troops, it's A Littleton here again with another video. And this time we're going to be looking at the Operation Vector Glare reveal. Now we've not done a video like this before. This is kind of like a sort of react video, so if you want to see an old bald man's thoughts on the new season, then stick around. We're almost into Year 7 Season 2. We know the name, it's Operation Vector Glare. We know the operator, the name's Sense. Let's break down the reveal video. I'll tell you my thoughts on it. I've not even waffled this time. Let's get stuck into it.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to Operation Vector Glare. I'm Camille Salazar-Hadaway,
Hi, Camille.
your host once again for the season reveal. And we've got a great one for you today. We're kicking it off with creative director Alexander Karapazis, who's here to give you a roadmap update, tell us what the season is all about, and dig deeper into the Wolfguard Squad teaser.
Yeah, I think we're all interested to see what this Wolfguard stuff's about. I think it's mainly lore-based.
Back at the SI, we mentioned that we'll be revisiting our roadmap for the year every single season. We're immensely proud of everything that we're delivering this season. However, we do have a delay in Season 3. We released Emerald
Wait, Season
Plains,
3?
and we're really happy with the reception
the
that
map.
that map has received.
Gotcha.
That means that we want to build on that momentum and be more ambitious for our next map. So Singapore will move from Season 3 to Season 4.
Okay.
We can give it more time.
I mean, maybe by that time people will stop banning Emerald Plains, eh?
Map than you've ever seen before in Siege. So the vision of
Not the end of the world, is it, that really?
Vector Glare is a big one for us. We're introducing a new operator, Sense.
Oh,
and they're
there they are.
coming with a new weapon to the game, as well as an amazing ability.
Kind of looks quite like the PDW, that, doesn't it?
Match map. This is a new space where players can jump in and warm up.
It's the new TDM, huh?
On top of all of this too, we're introducing the shooting range.
Ah, this is big.
Test recoil, test.
Yes, this is big.
And have a lot of fun.
I'll spend a bit of time here.
We talked about squads in Rainbow Six Siege, both as a narrative tool for us to tell new stories about our operators in the field, and as a way of explaining the kind of segmentation that Rainbow Six is experiencing right now. With Nighthaven leaving, Rainbow Six proper, and Harry splitting up all of the operators into each individual squad.
It's not really my bag, the lore stuff, but it can be interesting, can't it? It's not something I'm like super hyped about. I get why people are.
The other day about this new squad. This is led by the captain Doc, and
oh wow, so there's going to be 3 others,
as well as a couple of.
So hang on, just roll it back, please. Does that mean so Team Rainbow, as we know it, are going to be goners, and it's going to be split into these different 5 squads? Nighthaven, this obviously going to be Wolfguard, and then the other 3.
Doc, and Sense is joining the squad, as well as a couple of other operators from the game. This is important.
Here we got Doc. Oh, interesting.
We can tell stories.
Some good operators there, Melusi as well.
Field, and you'll see more of that.
That's Sense's logo, by the way. Just noticed that.
This doesn't affect gameplay, but it's a new way for us to tell the stories of these operators, how they work together, and how they struggle against real-life missions. You'll be experiencing more of their story at the start of Season 2 Vector Glare.
Sweet.
Now, let's get a
Hi, Camille.
sneak peek of some Vector Glare gameplay, courtesy of Chris Watts.
Yes, this is what we want, isn't it? This is what we want.
There's a lot of power in lines of sight in Rainbow Six
Correct.
Siege. But what if you were watching an angle and all of a sudden you saw this?
Oh man, imagine that.
Would you shoot it?
It's just going to cut places in half, isn't it? Like, it's going to just cut sights in half. It's quite long.
No, don't worry about it.
It's gone all the way across Bank Lobby there.
It's a wall made of light, created by the ROU projector system, and you have Sens to thank for it. Sens
I'm already thinking about, like, planting.
Operation Vector Glare.
In terms of, like, places you want to plant and you would normally smoke it off.
The high-capacity POF-9 assault rifle. Take it for a spin on the new shooting range and see how you like
POF
it. Then
9.
put it through its paces on the new Team Deathmatch
It looks
map,
quite
Close Quarter.
PDW-esque, like I say.
The dev team's got the details on all these things, as well as more to share.
Oh
on
man,
giving
this is
some
silly.
operators a third
See, just let me just
secondary
notice something there as well. You see how he bounced it in prep there?
all these things.
See how he bounces off this counter here? I don't know how many times it can bounce, but think about the lines you're going to be able to create. This is a little bit like sort of, you know, like CSGO and Valorant, where you have to learn your lineups. It's going to be a little bit like that, I think.
As well as more to share on giving some operators a third
Like you can just,
secondary weapon.
what they've done there is just completely cut off prep window. Just don't even have to worry about prep window. Well,
Option,
being seen through prep window anyway.
The first phase of the reputation system and
Quite bright,
your
isn't it?
chance to score some
Had a retina
free
once.
operators. All this and more is coming with Operation Vector
Oh,
Glare.
GN Doc.
Let's get to it.
See, that's another interesting one there. Do you see that? This video is going to take forever if I keep pausing it. But
Glare.
so they're opening the breach. Think about
Let's
where
get
that could
to
be
it.
used. Think about consulate downstairs. You're about to open the breach, and you've got white. You can put this on an angle across the white car. You could completely cut off that front right corner of the garage. You could just plant in front of the white van. Not white car, white van. Sorry. Oh, this is going to be fun. When's the test server?
Sense is set to join the attackers,
Hey,
and
Camille.
their unique gadget is suited for all kinds of situations. Game designer Mathieu Lacombe is going to tell you more about it, but first, let's discover a bit more about how Sense was developed with concept artist Sunshine Kim and director of gameplay design Jeremy Covant.
Sense is a very
Hi, Sunshine.
beautiful person. They love music. Music is a big part of their life. We wanted to bring that bright personality of Sense into the design. We explored different hairstyles and different facial features to
Mad, isn't it, when you
capture
see the
that
concepts? How cool of a job would this be?
personality of Sense.
You know, like you get given a
So
brief, like
in
create a
the
character,
mask,
and you
when
just get like
Sense is in the mask,
all these
they
different
look
options to create.
fierce, but
That looks
the
mean.
person under the mask is someone lovely, someone musical, someone very bright. We wanted to create that differences between two sides of Sense.
So once we've designed the technology and the fantasy, we had to create all the different elements for this gadget. So Sense device is made of 3 parts. The first part is the rolling device. It's the object that you throw. In the middle, you have a wheel for movement with a tire for grip. And in the center, you have a gyroscope to maintain its balance.
I think we can probably skip through this a little bit, can't we? Mad how it deploys, isn't it? It only starts deploying once it hits the floor.
Sounds is a 3 health 1 speed attacker.
3 health 1 speed, or 3 armor 1 speed, as we used to call it.
OU projector, which stands for the rolling obstructive utility. This is a rolling device that you toss. It's a throwable gadget. It rolls around. It will bounce off in a pool.
I wonder how it
so
affects things.
It enters a corner and leaves the corner in the opposite.
Yeah, it
angle.
starts from where it
This
hits the
will
floor.
allow the players to have some really creative use of the gadget, and as it travels along, it will leave some projectors along the path.
It's
Those
big, isn't it?
projectors emit a light wall for a set amount of time, and those light walls will block line of sight, but they won't block anything else. So if you want to use it to shoot with your high capacity weapon through it, or you want to use a grenade, or
You can still see it. You can still throw things through it.
The perfect gadget to create a window of opportunity for the attacking team.
Oh,
a certain
GN.
amount of time, the light wall will retract and they will fade away.
How long? He says a
We
certain
have
amount of
the
time.
417, the Gun 6, the 9mm, SDP 9mm, the secondary.
So he's got the
outreach, and
DMRs,
so we have a
Flores,
big package that is topped off
SDP,
with the
Gun
the
6,
really
and hard
brand
breach.
new
Again, he's
assault rifle that we're
he's another one of those operators that it seems like they're going to be able to do a lot. Got the Gun 6 and the hard breach. That's big.
bringing with this season. It's a high capacity, low damage, and low destruction assault rifle, but it's really reliable. Sounds is a pure support. We see Sounds as
Yeah, it's definitely from where it first hits the floor. With.
Sounds bringing the diffuser, creating windows of opportunities for the rest of the team. You can hunt roamers. You can.
Claymoring through the light.
Really a lot of things that you can
That's
do
big.
with the ROU.
So that's what I was thinking about there. You could just cut off an area to plant behind.
A lot of utilities for your team.
That's where I think it's going to be strongest. Yeah, look again there. Oh, AJ Bowen, not your best shooting that.
It's a very flexible tool for the attackers. We have some ways for the defenders to counter this gadget. You have multiple ways.
Block off a mirror loop.
Active or passive.
Oh man, this is going to be wildly creative.
With the wheel part of the ROU. So if you have your
this is going to be
wheel
interesting.
rolling in, leaving 3 projectors, and it gets into the range of a Jaeger, it will get zapped, but it will leave the 3 projectors that are already there. Wamai can also counter the ROU. The magnet will catch the wheel. It will stop the wheel from doing its thing. It will then release it with a new direction, and a lot of chaos will happen from there.
Oh wow, so it'll still, again, Wamai, it still goes off.
Sounds Gadget is really both way. We have
surely the wheel just
gap at
burns the
bottom
gate.
of the arena gate that you can slip the Sounds right underneath it. But if Sounds tosses it in the middle of it, well, it will get destroyed.
Yeah.
When we talk about some passive counters to Sounds, we have Mute. The jammers are there. They're doing
Mute's class, man. He's so good.
It will not stop the wheel, but it will stop any
that's interesting.
from creating their lights.
I wonder if you could shoot those projectors. Would that destroy the bit of light? If you shot the little projector that's on the floor?
So it really creates some interesting angles and interesting gaps. We have Warden that can
you shoot the wheel itself?
Through the light walls. So this creates a reverse situation where
man, Warden, boy Warden's
Warden is really like on the hunt.
He's gonna be taking a bit, isn't he? For how good Ying is at the minute as well.
Bulletproof camera is really a interesting gadget to counter Sounds. It comes in 2 parts.
So that sees through the light as well, yeah.
Where an active player can see through the wall with the.
I want to know if you can shoot the wheel and you can shoot those little projector things. Will that do anything?
The EMP dart to disable the projectors on the floor. So one way to create a hole in the wall and have an opportunity is to use explosive devices. The projectors.
Did that just destroy the projectors?
But they can be destroyed by explosives.
Wait, say that. I think I might have just talked over that. Bloody hell, Andy. Hang on.
Projectors themselves are bulletproof, but they can be destroyed by to use explosive devices. The projectors themselves are bulletproof, but they can be destroyed by explosives.
So the little mini individual projectors on the floor are bulletproof, so you can't shoot them, but you can use explosives. So what impacts in C4?
So it's really an organic way to create an opening in the wall.
Wow, yeah.
Similar to the bulletproof camera, the Evil Eyes will be able to see through the light wall. Can use the laser that could be on the other side. So it's really a passive and inactive counter to Sounds.
Okay. So there are some counters to it then.
In a doorway will.
So just instantly, you know, when I just talked about Consulate with the front of the white van, quite a lot of people play a Maestro on basement on Consulate. So that would be a really good counter to Sense. Being able to use the Maestro cam to shoot the little projectors.
Put on the wheel. So this will make sure that the gadget doesn't go as far as planned. Sounds is a very versatile operator, so
why?
You have.
Sorry, why are you not shooting this guy?
All of those possibilities.
Is this just this must just be a test, right?
Use your gadget and create some windows.
That must just be a test.
Create some awesome.
Yeah, it's just showing that glass can see through.
It's made for you.
Okay,
so
panic over.
I can't wait to see the creative plays that.
How many does he get? How many did he get? I wonder if you get like 2 or 3 or what. DMR sounds so good. I'm just rubbish with them.
Season 1 delivered a new way to get warmed up with Team Deathmatch. And Vector Glare is introducing a new TDM map set in Greece. Senior level designer Jeremy Dowsett is here to give
you on Jazza!
It's a brand new map that's designed just for TDM.
Hey, big up the Ralphie pin, Jazz. Go on.
Have a different feel, looser angles for sure, a much faster, chaotic gameplay, and you're definitely not going to have the defensive setups. It's designed so.
Oh, Jeremy's got his video voice on.
You know, there's a few
looser angles for sure.
But you're going to get found out very quickly, and people are going to hunt you down. So it's fast.
That like bluey purple's a vibrant colour.
Feel from any of the other TDM maps or anything that.
It's quite Road to SI vibes, isn't it?
World of Rainbow,
looks good though.
Facility. And so the whole thing is designed to be modular.
It's quite big.
You'll see that in the art style, there's lots of little hooks for cranes to pick up sections of the map. And
Oh, okay, so it's modular.
It can be changed.
Can be moved around.
Else very, very quickly.
Interesting.
There's a lot of time and effort and thought that actually went into the color coding. The stairs have solid color. So you've got 4 sets of stairs that are fully color coded, and every room has a very simple
Yellow, green, blue.
So it's
Is the other orange?
very clean.
Not sure.
It's very simple. You know, you can tell.
I don't think. I mean, it's good that the color coding and stuff, so you can learn your way around. But I don't think they're going to be like. You're not going to be like call outs and stuff, are you?
Go through and you're spawning and you're running
Playing
around,
TDM, you're like 1 yellow stairs.
Take yourself very quickly.
TDM, mate,
to know
calm
which
down.
way you're going, and with the main path, or the main paths, the circular path and the path up the center, it's always easy to get from.
Got glass floors there. Did you see that?
To the top of the center, it's always easy.
Looks like you can see through there.
The ground floor to the top floor, so it's super easy to navigate. You're always very close to a set of steps. There's a lot of destruction. There's see-through floors. You can actually see from the first floor through.
Yeah.
You know,
Hey, I'm
breakable floors.
observant there.
Everyone's got impact grenades, and as the walls break, then you have more angles.
Oh, you
more
can't be holding
side.
vertical angles in TDM,
And
man.
it was hard to kind of break my usual workflow to actually go.
Yeah, I suppose as a
"Actually,
map
this is
designer,
right, it's
making
fine."
as a map designer making something that works in a completely different game mode to what you're used to, that must have been quite
Rather than
tough.
trying to constrain it like we do in a competitive map, just being a little bit more free with the angles is actually quite rewarding and quite different. It's a lot of fun. It's chaos, but it's a lot of fun.
There's a sense on both sides. Oh yeah, it's TDM.
But
of course there's a sense on both sides.
Up your mechanical skills and your aim for going in and playing ranked, this is probably the best map for doing that. It's so fast paced, it's chaotic. 2-3 rounds.
Oh, Alice shotgun in TDM, man. Have a bit of respect.
You're going to be warmed up and ready for rank, that's for sure.
There's no doubt it's the best way to warm up, right? There's no doubt about that.
During
Hey,
the
up, Camille!
reveal panel in February, Emmanuel Larive from the Player Behavior Cell laid out some important measures in our fight against toxicity. He's here to discuss what we're doing now and what's next.
Yeah, is this like the player rep system?
As announced on the previous 6 Invitational, we are
Emmanuel's very
the
French, isn't he?
rollout of the reputation system. During season 2, we will be deploying part of the reputation system toward the reverse
During season 2?
fire.
Okay,
the
cool.
goal of the reputation penalties.
Let's read this a sec. The reverse friendly fire will be active by default unless you stop injuring teammates. By injuring teammates, you create an unfair experience for everyone. Correct. Make sure you aim carefully. Be careful of your area of effect. This warning will expire to play multiple... Oh, right. So if you continually grief teammates, this warning will expire after playing multiple matches. So you know, like... So it seems like you'll go into your next match already with reverse friendly fire active.
Reverse friendly fire is to catch the recidivist and the top of
Multiple matches.
abusing the friendly fire to be malicious to other players. The goal of it is
That's fine because you continue to injure your
catch
teammates. Impact, yeah, look. Impact, reverse friendly fire activated by default for 30 games. Wow. I wonder what you have to do to get a 30 match. Because if you're playing ranked or unranked, 30 matches is a lot of games. This penalty only expires after playing multiple... Oh, okay. So I think that reads like if you maybe do like, I don't know, 5 games without injuring a teammate, you get... That sort of gets whittled down maybe? I'm not sure.
Are doing mistake. It's having a match without those top offender abusing the friendly fire.
Reverse friendly fire activated, 20 games.
In order to be malicious.
Wow.
Overall, all of these phases, the goal of it will be to make Siege a better place where everyone can meet and cheer together. Privacy mode right now is restricted
streamer
to
mode.
some of our content creators. It will go out during season 2 in a public way. The soft launch helped us to improve the whole set of options that will be available for you.
So, I don't get why this would be a public feature.
We learned it like a lot. It was key for our strategy to provide something that is good and have the quality that we expect in order to...
I don't understand why streamer mode or privacy mode, whatever you want to call it, would be a public feature.
protect your
In my opinion, if you're a content creator, you should like email Ubisoft or somehow get in touch, or you apply for it. You can show that you stream, or that you stream regularly, or that you make YouTube content, or whatever it is. You can show that you evidence that you make content, and then you get access to it. Does this not just allow certain individuals who do things that they shouldn't to appear as other people?
Not negate or anti-cheat capacities. We will still be aware of the true identity of the player that are using it. Match cancellation is a great addition to Rainbow
Not
Six
sure about that one. I just touching back on the streamer mode or privacy mode, that I don't know why, and I don't want to sound entitled as a content creator, but no, if you're just at home solo queuing on your own, you're not at risk of being stream sniped, which is what all those settings are to try and sort of prevent. So I'm not sure that's for. Maybe if you want to just be known as someone else for a day or something, maybe that's what they're thinking. I'm not sure.
To avoid unranked, unbalanced.
Just as a side note, by the way, my hay fever started today and my nose is itching like mad.
Cheese. Since the beginning, we did several updates based on the community feedback to improve match cancellation. With Season 2 release, we will be coming with another update that will bring more control
Missing
for
teammate
players about the whole process of a match cancellation. Later down the road, we will continue to improve it.
What can they change?
This update.
Oh, okay, sweet. So if somebody comes back, it cancels the cancellation, I guess. Is that what that's showing there?
Is to give more visibility to everyone, so they have a better control of.
I think the bigger question there is who on earth is playing P90?
Of the match cancellation process, but also of the context of it. And of course, we will also reduce any abuses related to this initiative, and we will continue to monitor it and improve it.
Sweet.
We're always looking
Hey up,
for ways
Camille.
to help you improve at Siege. And this season, you will get your hands on the shooting range that you can
This
use
is
to
huge.
practice your skills and test
I think this
weapon
might be the best
recoil,
edition for a while.
as well as in-game operator guides that will allow players to expand their knowledge. Here's Assistant Game Director Christopher Budgeon with all the
Go
details.
on, Chris.
During the Year 7 reveal, we talked about how onboarding is an important part of Rainbow Six and our future and where we want to go.
Chris seems
We're really
positive.
excited to show you what's next coming this season and Season 2. The shooting range is a great tool.
Oh wow,
to
so it's a
learn
little,
the
it's
specifics
a bigger area than I thought. Then you go into like two separate areas.
and characteristics
I like how you get like an actual player dummy as well. That's going to help to learn sort of crosshair placement for head height and stuff.
of each weapon, the different attachments.
Oh, okay, so you go into, you got
situations
two
that
different
they
lanes.
invest in. But also, it's a great tool for testing our patch notes.
So the big thing for me with a shooting range, what I'd want is, you know, if you're trying to do some different muzzle attachments and you're like, oh, do I want the muzzle brake or do I want the flash hider? I'd love to be able to just go into this, fire off like 2 or 3 magazines, 2 or 3 mags with muzzle brake and or a compensator, sorry, and then fire off 2 or 3 magazines with a flash hider and compare the two. Just instantly compare though. Because you know, if you're playing the Jaeger, for example, and you go into a T-Hunter, into a deathmatch or whatever it is, and you play the 416 and you use a flash hider and you think, oh, okay, I wonder what the muzzle brake's like. And then you go and use the muzzle brake and you just can't compare the two because it's so far apart. I'd like to be able to just swap attachments.
When you read something within our patch notes, you can jump into the shooting range and learn the changes that have been taking place within those weapons. So if we had made any changes to the damage dealt by that weapon or the recoil spray patterns, now you'll have a place to have a static test that you'll be able to perform after each patch or each update. The goal of the shooting range is ultimately to give players a tool where they can learn about the weapons found within Rainbow Six Siege.
They're
Every
definitely playing on
operator is
controller on
available in the
PC.
shooting range, whether you own them or not. It's a great way of testing
Okay.
out the different weapons and loadouts of each operator.
So I couldn't quite tell there. I don't know how fast he just
ultimately
swapped
save the
weapons
loadout
and stuff,
so that you
but
can perform at your best.
that'd be huge. To be able to just swap barrel attachments or whatever you
So
want to
the
call it,
shooting
muzzle
range is
attachments.
actually built to have multiple more lanes than you'll find in Season 2. So we have big plans for the shooting range. Also,
Yeah,
we
that's
want to
big. I'm going to spend a
optimize
bit of time in
the
there,
shooting range.
definitely.
So over time, we might change or add the ways
We could have like recoil challenges. Who can control the AK-12 best at 30 meters or at 20 meters and stuff? That'd be pretty cool.
that the different lanes work based on the feedback. We're really looking to hear
Oh, nice.
how you feel about the shooting range. What do you want to see added? Please let us know.
You can pick, yeah, you see that there? You can pick crouching or standing. That's pretty cool. So you can learn crouch height at that distance and head height at that distance. That's pretty big.
Operator
Nice.
Guide is a new feature which you'll be able to access from the Operator album or within a match, which allows you to get important information about how to use the operator of your choice.
Well, this makes my channel redundant.
About the primary gadget of the operator and be shown.
So it's actually, yeah, okay, so that gives you just like the basics of the utility. That's pretty cool.
Their gadget. Additionally, you can learn
It is good that, because for those of us that have been playing for a while, it's all second nature, right? We know what Amaru does because she came into the game however long ago. But for someone who's new to the game, trying to learn 60 odd operators and learn what they all do.
Different secondary gadgets.
Watch some of my other videos. That's what you want to be doing.
As well as whether it's attack or defend, the different.
And the secondary gadgets there as well, Luke. Claymores.
Such as reinforcements or putting up barricades, or if you're an attacker, repelling and droning. These are really key elements that all players should be able to know, and now they'll have that information right at their fingertips. It's hard to sometimes understand everything an operator can do by just a simple line of text. Now we've changed that completely. You get visual examples about how to use that gadget and how ultimately you can contribute to your team. The Operator Guide is ultimately geared towards new players, but it's a great asset to returning players as well. We see a lot of value for keeping this up to date and making sure that it has the most latest information, whether it's changes that are coming in patches or new operators that are added to the game. But in Season 2, you're going to see very clearly the basics of each operator and how to use their gadgets.
I like that.
2 gameplay
Hey,
updates
Camille.
coming in Vector Glare are aimed at giving players more flexibility. One has to do with secondary weapons, the other concerns visual effects. Back to talk us through these changes is game designer Matthew Lacombe.
What did you say? Secondary weapons?
We are bringing a third option in the secondary weapon slot. You can think of it as the primary weapons. Some operators have 3 options.
A third option?
Giving the same for secondary weapons.
What?
This will bring back
She's lying. Oh, okay.
options that were previously.
So, yeah, I'll tell you what. I don't know why don't we just watch it and I'll let the guy who knows everything about it explain instead of me pausing and talking over it.
Lost because we had it the gun 6, we had it the SMG or shotgun.
Yeah, so this is where, just in case anyone doesn't know, Amaru used to have the SMG-11 and the shotgun. And when the Gun 6 was introduced, she lost one of those guns. I think she lost the shotgun. Whereas now it's giving it back, which begs the question, thinking about what sidearms and secondary weapons,
Amaru, Finka, Lion.
it begs the question, will Mozzie get his super shorty back?
This allows us to create more diverse.
Oh, imagine Mozzie with a shorty now.
You have a pistol, a secondary SMG, a secondary shotgun.
Look at that! That's the Chanka with a bearing. I mustn't have played the game when that happened. That must have. Oh, I never played Tachanka when that happened. Tachanka with a bearing now. That's pretty cool.
Compromise because we only have 2 slots. We have 3 slots, and we can make the best loadout that we can deliver for you.
And Glaz there. I think I just saw it. Sorry, I'm going to go back again. I might get to the end of this video at some point. Was that Glaz? Yeah, Glaz with a bearing as well.
In year 6, season 3, we reduced the overall screen shake that was produced by
screen shake. Hey, this is what we want.
Around you to give more comfort to the players. Like we heard you saying that it was a bit too much. This season, we're bringing 3 options for the players. We have
screen shake default.
What we have currently in life. So if you enjoy the way sieges,
nobody enjoys the screen shake.
We have
nobody.
The second option, which is having the screen shake, but just toned down a bit. And the third option is to completely remove this.
Yes.
This will allow our players that are affected by motion sickness to really enjoy the game a lot more than they could before.
Yeah, screen shake off.
Tactical timeout is an important part of the competitive setting. In Operation Vector Glare, we're enriching this esports-inspired option for custom games so you can properly set the stage. Esports director Wei Yu has more on these and
Wei Yu is absolutely jacked.
The competitive scene.
For those that don't know,
he's so ripped, man. What a chad.
For our esports competition. That means when a new operator is released into the game, it takes up to 3 months before they're integrated into the top level of play in our esports programs. So the removal of the operator quarantine time is a huge change for our esports competition. I think it has been over 3 years that this has been in place. And
I really like Charler as a player. I think he's really good. And it was good seeing Poge lift the hammer there, right?
Teams, our game designer teams, we feel that our operators are now ready from the start to be integrated in the highest level of competition. for the professional
Oh,
players,
joystick.
it means they have to
Old
adapt
Team
faster
Empire.
to the new meta.
Sag.
New operators are being released into the competition as soon as they are on the live servers.
Showing a lot of Empire here.
Which gives our pro players less time to adapt, but it also means
Oh, it's just the SI final, isn't it?
Teams that are quicker to adapt have a competitive advantage. On the other side, we have, of course, our players and viewers. For them, it means that as soon as the operators are being released,
Oh,
they're
nice.
played at the highest level.
So there's no season delay for the new ops anymore. Straight into Pro League.
Being played in our leagues across the world.
I like that.
So the tactical timeout feature is...
Just to pause that there, if anyone doesn't know that, when a new op is released, they don't go straight into Pro League. There's a season delay. So whereas Army was released last season, the whole, or well, this current season, the whole season, they're not in Pro League. And then only at the start of next season does the last season's operator come into Pro League. From what he's just said there, it's going to be straight away, which will be cool.
Designed for custom...
Pause it again, Andy. Let's delay it further. I wonder if that's going to be straight from this season. So I wonder if we're going to see Sense in Pro League after the new season.
Games for
Wonder when that comes into
allows
effect.
Players to pause a game for
Oh, you can request timeouts in custom games now? Nice.
to rediscuss tactics and to realign their approach. It also helps
Imagine if you could do that in ranked. Just stop the game for a timeout quickly with your rank stack.
them to potentially take out the wind from the sails.
People
of
would
their
just
opponents.
troll it so much.
In the new scenario or in the new feature, players can directly do this from the menu of the game.
Nice.
But it can also be triggered by the observer or the coach. So
Sweet.
the tactical timeout feature
How
is
does the
a quality of
coach-
life change for our esports players.
How does the
as
coach do it?
They will be able to trigger this timeout the same way, no matter if they're playing online or offline. It also means it's easier for the viewers to follow, as it's a unified approach for both LAN and online tournaments.
Got you.
Playing with friends is a lot of
Hey,
fun,
Camille.
and there has never been a better time to bring them to Siege than now. Christopher Budgeon is back to let you know about a new
Enthusiastic
program
Chris is
that
back.
rewards both you and your friends.
Squad up program.
Year 7 has been big for us, and we really think it's a great time to come back to Siege. Every player who's played during Year 7 is now eligible to bring 4 friends who have not played during Year 7 in order to earn big rewards.
What?
For every friend that you bring back and play 5 matches with, you'll be getting a new Year 6 operator in our pack that you'll be able to open, as well as some
What?
rewards if you already have those operators. Additionally, there's new 3D animated skins that will be delivered to the players as well. A great way to do this: invite 4 friends, get a 5-stack going, and you can play.
So anyone that's not played in
5
Year 7.
matches in order to get those rewards.
Okay.
It doesn't matter which mode you play, whether that be TDM, ranked, quick match, or event. For each one of those friends, play 5 matches to unlock the rewards. Both the person who's been invited will earn a reward, as well as the referring player.
Okay.
For players who are coming back to Siege, having not played in Year 7, they get to be given a Year 4 or Year 5 operator into their
Has anyone not played in Year 7 and wants to start playing again? If so, please let me know.
roster. And of course, there's backup rewards.
Those packs look cool, don't they? The actual model of the
Additionally,
pack.
After coming back and played the 5 matches with the player who brought you back, you'll now be eligible to invite 4 other friends and earn the referring rewards as well.
Got you.
Before we wrap things up,
Hey, Camille.
as usual, you can experience Operation Vector Glare on our season test servers starting on May 24th.
Where what? May 24th?
There's more.
What's that,
If you like
Tuesday?
playing as Echo, Abana, or if you're a fan of the Yakuza games, here's an exclusive
Oh, I've seen
bundle
these.
for you. Enjoy.
Thank you, Camille. Yakuza skins. So test servers May 24th. What's that? It's Tuesday, isn't it? Not tomorrow, the next day. I'll look forward to that. I'm going to have to make a video on Sense pretty sharpish, aren't I? Right, well, that's it. There we have it. Cut. So there we have it. That's a breakdown of the reveal video. I hope you're excited. I certainly am. There's going to be so many opportunities, and I think it's probably going to be more of a plant sort of execute situation, bit of utility, if you know what I mean. You're going to be able to just cut off certain parts of the map with more efficiency than a smoke grenade, more accuracy than a smoke grenade. I think that's where it's going to be used best. So I know I say this all the time, but this is my shop window. I also stream on Twitch every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 PM UK time. There's been a load of people come over from YouTube already. It'd be good to have a few more over, so come and get involved. So that's it from me on this one. A new type of video. It's not something I've done before. Hopefully you enjoyed seeing an old man's thoughts. I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.